Right. Hello, Subhashji. How are you? Kishanji, namaste. Good evening. Hello. Yes, so yeah, we can start. I right. Second and ninth Lord Venus for Ascendant. Venus in Pushkar Navamsha, what will be the result? You asked this yesterday. There is no point in repeating your questions. So it is waste of your time, it is waste of my time, it is waste of everyone's time. Okay. It is not that I am going to change my view within 24 hours. I can change my views, but not so rapidly. Okay. So it is the same. Person's wealth is coming from ninth house related matters. Okay. Ninth house means higher education, knowledge, guidance, counseling, and all. And this person needs to serve other people through his knowledge and guidance. Then he will get the best result. Pushkanavamsha or either ways, it is the same. Okay. If he gets into that type of activity, then we can expect better results. Right. Any further question? Or we have just one question today? Akanksha ji. Debilitated Venus in 11th house is it considered good in Navamsha? In relationship matters, it will give difficulties. Debilitated planet, especially in relationship matters, plus like Venus represents desires. 11th house is house of desires and it is debilitated. So in financial matters, the person can gain money and all. Okay, there is no issue. If he puts right efforts in right direction, he can get money. But when it comes to like relationship matters and all, this person can have troubles. Pisces ascendant, Saturn in ninth house, Scorpio, Saturn Dasha. I want to want to start government business is good or not. Again, like career choice, career determination, business choices, they all require a lot of analysis and research. Okay. For garment or clothes related business, Mercury is more important planet. Mercury is more related with clothing, because Mercury represents the skin and your clothing is your next skin over your skin. So it is better, like if you go for a full consultation, then that person can help you. Again, not necessary that you should can get consultation from me, from any astrologer of your choice. But when we have such important questions of life, like career and what business we should do, we should rely on a professional consultation rather than just a comment somewhere. Right, Mars is debilitated in 11th house for Virgo ascendant, but Mars is an own sign in 6th house. What will be the result? Where it is in own sign in 6th house, maybe in D9, D10. So again, in overall life matters, D1 is the chart of your overall life matters. So in overall life matters, this person will feel that he is getting results of Mars in Cancer, debilitated Mars. But when it comes to that specific area which divisional charts represents, like if it is in D10 in sixth house, okay, and it is well placed, then we can expect better results in this career related matters, because D10 is the chart of career. Okay. So as I always say, D1 remains the most important chart. So look for D1, as it is the chart of your whole life path, overall life. But if Mars is in a better position in some other chart, for that chart related things, like if someone has Mars in a good position in let's say in D30 chart, the D30 is for your illness and diseases. In that chart it will give you better results. Okay, but for other matters, it is not that that planet has become great and all that. Okay. So I will still consider it as a debilitated Mars, and person needs to work really hard on his money related matters. This person can be spendthrift. Okay, Virgo ascendant means it is also eighth, third and eighth lord. In relationship matters also, this person needs to like get hold of his aggression, anger, and all. Okay, get hold means realize and become aware and divert that energy somewhere else. For Scorpio ascendant, Mars in the 12th house, Venus, Saturn in the 6th house. What will be the result? Mars in the 12th house is good for your foreign settlement. Mars rules your first house and goes into the 12th house. Look for foreign settlement. If there is any opportunity, grab it. Okay, don't think twice. Grab it. And Saturn, Venus in Aries, 6th house. Lots of relationship issues. Venus is like very difficult here. 6th house, then it is at the axis of Saturn and Mars. It is a difficult position for Venus. Lots of frustration can be there in relationship matters. Sorry. Will I be able to work in my present job for very long? If yes, how long? How will be my 2022 year? I stay in Singapore. I am a teacher. Again, as I said, giving the whole consultation takes a long time. It requires a detailed analysis. I cannot do here. This whole session is about 1 hour. I cannot give the whole time to one person. I'm only replying some some conceptual questions. If you have any conceptual query, then you may ask. But this chart-based queries, it is better to take consultation from your choice of astrologer. Okay, from astrologer of your choice. Sorry. Okay. Lagna Lord of D1, 12th house, and D9 Lagna Lord also in 12th house, and both in conjunct in 12th house of D9 with Ketu. Is it heavy karma? First of all, it shows like a person should, as I said, it is very good for any like a foreign settlement kind of thing. If this person is interested in foreign settlement and all, it can help him a great deal. Okay, because in D1 D9 both charts, the Lagna Lord is going into the 12th house of foreign lands. So person should look for foreign land, foreign settlement and all, and if the settlement happens, then things can be better for him. Okay. uh, but understand, we all are here for seeing through some karma. Okay, if you see it as a duty or responsibility, then it may feel like a heavy karma. If you see it as a like you are supposed to go through it, it may the burden may not be that much. Okay. So every planetary placement has something good, something bad. Okay. So this is the thing. Yeah, follow me, madam. I just said that I am not giving the consultation here. If you have any conceptual question, you can ask. Thank you. You're welcome. What would Jupiter in Taurus in D1, D10, D9 signify? Jupiter in Taurus is good for financial matters. Taurus is wealth and assets, and Jupiter can expand things. So it shows that person can have a good amount of wealth and assets. Again, most of these houses are third, and seventh. They are business oriented houses. It is better for this person to get into business setup. Then he can get best results in his this wealth related matters. Okay, why is D60 used? D60 I very seldom used. Okay, understand the reason why. Okay, although it is given high importance because it is very accurate and all that, but we cannot be so accurate with our time of birth. Okay, understand, a D60 chart can change in 1 minute time. Okay, like right now it is 1826. Maybe at 1827 the lagna of D and D60 will change. So we can never be so sure of our time of birth. Obviously we were unconscious, we could not record. We cannot expect our mother to be conscious while giving birth to record it. And if you expect other people at that time, like a medical staff or hospital staff, to record it, even their first concern will be the child and the mother. When they see the child is fine and breathing and crying and mother is fine, then only they will clean the child and they will record the time, right? So in that process, even if a couple of minutes get passed away, and then fine, your D60 has changed. This is why and normally, in exceptional circumstance, I read D60 when the person himself kind of pushes me that okay, no, I want analysis from D60 only, and only then okay, it is your wish, so I am doing it. Otherwise, I will not trust on D60 because we cannot be so sure of our time of birth. Right. So D60 is now the purpose of D60 is like it represents almost all the things which D1 represents. D1 we can see for everything in our life, And D60 also we can see for everything in our life. Okay, but only thing is that D60 is changing within 1 minute or in 1 minute time, so we cannot be so sure of our time of birth. Rahu Dasha, Rahu and Venus in fourth house, how does it affect for a 60-year-old female? Rahu Venus in fourth house, Rahu Dasha. Okay. It can bring good wealth. Okay. Still, we don't know the sign, but in case Venus is well placed and all, it can bring good money and good assets, real estate matters. Okay. So that can she can expect. At the same time, she can expect some Venusian health issues like diabetes, sugar, kidney, urine related health issues. Mars Ketu conjunction result. Mars Ketu is like it can be a mystical combination for someone who is on a spiritual path or is on a mystical path. For someone who is for someone who is in research oriented matters also it is good. But if someone is like aggressive by nature, then yeah, then it is difficult conjunction, because Mars is anger and Ketu is headless. So this person can be headless towards anger and all. When they are get angry, they can do anything, they can say anything. So for those reasons, in again in personal life, that it can be difficult. For any research oriented matters, spiritual matters, occult mystical matters, it is good. Leo ascendant Mercury and Ketu in 11th house, Gemini. Leo ascendant Mercury and Ketu in 11th, right? Moon in second house, Virgo. What's the result, please? Get into your own business and get the results. Best wealth is coming through business. Mercury is business. It rules the second house of wealth, 11th house of entrepreneurship. It is sitting in own sign Gemini of business. From every angle, it is showing that you should be in business to get the best result of your wealth and all. Yeah, Aries ascendant, Rahu, Venus in the fourth house, Cancer. As I said, person can still get a good amount of wealth, assets, and real estate property, but has to be careful towards Venusian health issues. Readings, sir. What does Mars, Rahu, Saturn in Aquarius, Navamsha Lagna signify? Again, I would say that first go through your D1 chart, then come to D9 chart. Mars, Rahu, Saturn together in first house Aquarius only shows that person realizes his right life path with certain delay. In case you are asking about relationship matters or marriage, then D9 has nothing to do with it. What benefits can Parivartana Yoga give? I have Jupiter in fourth house in Gemini, Mercury in the 10th house. Mercury in 10th house in Sagittarius. They are also mutually aspecting each other. Right, now what Mercury and Jupiter both represent? They both represent communications, teaching, guiding, counseling people, uh, knowledge oriented planets. They both are related with knowledge and all. So this Parivartan Yoga can help you in knowledge oriented pursuits, either in gaining knowledge or sharing knowledge. Okay, either you learn something or you share something. In those matters it will help you, because they both represent these things. So Parivartan Yoga of any two planets help us only in those matters which they share. Okay, like even if Saturn Sun Parivartan Yoga is there, Saturn and Sun both represent law, they both represent government. So in matters of government, in matters of discipline, rules and regulation, law, this person can be very law abiding and all. He can be very punctual of his time. He can be very hardworking. He may not like to mess up with the government and all. So these things are there. But when it comes to relationship of father son or any relationship in his life, he can have lots of ego conflict. conflicts. Here also, this Jupiter Mercury Parivartana Yoga can help this person in knowledge gain, knowledge sharing, but when it comes to relationship matters, there can be frustration. Uh, how will be my Saturn Mahadasha from 2020? Saturn Mahadasha is always difficult for everyone. I have made specific videos on every dasha. Those videos will help you. You can find in playlist of the dashas. Saturn dasha can bring major changes to you, and as I always say, be receptive towards the change and not to try to resist the change. If you are receptive, then you can be fine. If you are trying to resist the change, you can invite a stress for yourself. Okay. Again, every change is good. Every change is beneficial in long term. In D10, what is the result of Rahu in first house in Aquarius and Saturn in fourth house Taurus? Again, I will say first look at your D1 chart, then come to D10. Now again, Rahu is in first house Aquarius, ruled by Saturn. Saturn is in fourth house Taurus. So it shows that person may realize his right career path with great delay, maybe in his 30s, and it may be about working from home or private offices. How are you doing today? Doing good, Priya madam. How are you? Uh, Scorpio Ascendant. Scorpio Ascendant, Jupiter Sun in fifth house, but having Rahu in ninth house. Mm. Any comments on it? It is good. Jupiter Sun in Pisces, fifth house, Rahu in Cancer. What else you want? It is great for any knowledge-oriented matters. This person can study as much as he wants. Right. Sir, if we have to give competitive exam in upcoming months, what do you suggest? Should I go for your consultation before or after giving 100% in exam? It's your wish. I'm the beneficiary party. I cannot say. Okay, if I say that, okay, well, take consultation, you may feel that, okay, he is getting fees because of which he is saying. So I'm neutral in this matter. Again, I say that if it is competitive exam related matters, look at sixth house lord, and if they are well placed, most probably like dasha and all, also impacting sixth house, most probably this person uh, will get benefit in competitive examination. Anyways, you take my consultation or anyone's consultation, you have to work hard, right? It is not that another thing is that if someone says, and let's take this example, if someone says tells you that, okay, your chances are not good, will you just drop that project altogether? I don't think so. Okay. So go for it 100%, put your best effort, and leave the rest to the god, and don't worry about it. So no astrologer can make you pass a examination. That has to be done by you only. Then what does it mean? Saturn in 11th house, Mars in 5th house, Venus in 2nd house, aspect 8th house, Rahu in Scorpio for Aries ascendant. It means many things. It means one thing is that sure that this person needs to work on his money savings. Okay, this person can have lots of trouble with relationship matters also. Okay, frustration, aggression, and all. So this person should take care of that also. Money related matters and family matters can be difficult for him. So I read about how Saturn works as a yoga bhanga for Mars. But then when Mars is giving a yoga for fixed assets, the Saturn's aspect will make the yoga stronger. How, sir? I didn't say either of these things. Okay, so please ask the person who has told you this. Uh, in my as per my experience and whatever knowledge I have, this when a Saturn is impacting Mars and real estate related matters, person may gain real estate, but with lots of effort. He has to put an extra effort to get the property. Okay, that's my understanding. I didn't say all these things. So please ask the person who has told you this. Venus Ketu conjunction in 8th house for Taurus ascendant. Great for any research oriented knowledge. Venus is love, Ketu is research, occult. 8th house is occult. Any research oriented knowledge. Okay, so for that it is good, but for relationship matters it is difficult. Saturn in first house, Kanya Lagna, debilitated with Jupiter. Saturn is not debilitated in Virgo. Okay, Saturn gets debilitated in Aries. Saturn in first house, Kanya Lagna, debilitated with Jupiter. How will be the Saturn Dasha? As I said, Saturn Dasha is always difficult. Uh, as it is in your first house also of life path, expect an overall change in your life path. Okay, this can be the result of Saturn. If Saturn is the lord of 10th house and has less degree, then does that mean person has to work really, really hard to get to fame? Any degree. Understand Saturn is the easiest planet to interpret. Okay. Because Saturn never changes its nature. Whatever it is, it is. Okay. Saturn is delay, hard work, perseverance. It is misery. It is your challenges. Wherever Saturn is going in your chart, put all these things in that house. For someone who has Saturn in the second house, put delay, hard work, perseverance in his wealth related matters or family related matters. If Saturn has Saturn in the seventh house, put all these things delay, hard work, perseverance, illness, misery in the seventh house related matters, business or relationship. Saturn in the 10th house, same thing. Okay. So this person has to work really hard on his career, and then he will get the fame or recognition. But understand another thing, that fame. Okay, normally people talk about fame, getting fame. And what is fame? Fame means people should know you. How people will know you? Only when you interact with them, only when you deal with them. Okay, uh, on regular basis. So for that you have to get into business. Only then you can deal with people regularly. So if anyone wants fame, Saturn in this house or that house, anyone wants fame in life, he has to get into business. Because if I am working in job setup, I am at best I can be famous among 50 people of my team, nothing more than that. No one knows me outside that floor. Okay, so for fame, business is the only way. Yes, follow me, madam. I covered your question. Saturn in first house, Virgo. uh, expect some changes coming into your life, and be receptive towards those changes. What is the effect of right, this is done. Right, what is the effect of Mars Ketu conjunct in third house, Capricorn for Scorpio? Mars is exalted. It is first lord sitting in the third house. Life path is going towards putting self efforts. Okay, this person should put self efforts, get into his own business to get the best result of this planetary placement. If he is not doing that, then he cannot expect the best result. Then the mediocre results can still come. Okay. mediocre or average results will still come, but the person cannot expect the best of the result when we are not following the directions of our chart. Okay. Jupiter in first house, Magha Nakshatra in Leo, with Rahu aspecting it from fifth house. Okay. Uh, Sun Venus, Sun Venus. How will be the Jupiter Mahadasha? Jupiter Mahadasha can be excellent for this person or anyone who is doing something related with Jupiter. Okay, who is doing some work related with Jupiter. What is Jupiter? Brahaspati, teacher. Be a teacher, counselor, consultant, advisor of any nature. Okay, even if you are in IT field, be a IT consultant. If you are in finance field, be a financial consultant. Be a Jupiter, be a Brahaspati or Guru for others, and then Jupiter Dasha can give you the best of the result. Again, if this person is following this path of being a counselor or a guide, then the Jupiter can give the best result. If he is not following, then obviously the average results will come. Then he cannot expect best of the result. Mars and Ketu in Scorpio, what is impact on Libra and Sagittarius? I have already written an article on Mars transit in Scorpio, uh, so that may help you. Okay, so that may help anyone who is interested about Mars and Ketu coming together in Scorpio. Understand Scorpio is the sign of research. So if this person is dealing in research oriented activity, any kind of research, not necessarily occult, any kind of research, this time can be excellent. If person is in occult, mysticism, spirituality, this time can be excellent. But in case this person doesn't know how to handle his anger or aggression, then this time can be difficult. Meditation is the only way, okay, to deal with this energy. uh, then Aquarius rising, moon in Taurus in fourth house, D9 moon in Cancer, Mars in Cancer, sixth house, D9 Mars in Capricorn. Okay. So when it comes to overall life related matters, this person will get the result of Mars in Cancer and Moon in Taurus. But when it comes to life path, right life path related matters, this person will get the result of Moon in Cancer and Mars in Capricorn. So overall life, whenever this person is thinking about his overall life, then he will feel that Mars gave the results of Cancer in the sixth house, where he should be very careful of any dispute conflict arising. This person can be very aggressive also. He can get into physical fights also. So there he needs to be careful. But otherwise, for other matters like if this person wants to work on his own and all, then he can be very active also, because Mars rules the third house of business and 10th house of career. Leo ascendant, seventh lord in the sixth house Dhanishta, Venus combust in 10th house Taurus. What will be the result? Maybe career in financial fields. For finance wealth, it is good position, but when it comes to relationship, it is very difficult. Saturn in Dhanishta in the sixth house, and then Venus combust. This person needs to like accommodate a lot in relationship matters. What does Rahu in 11th house, Virgo Lagna? Emotional instability. It is in Cancer sign, so it is emotional instability. Person can be emotionally unstable, either too happy or too sad. Meditation is the way. Usually we hear Rahu placement signify our desires in this life, but does one actually fulfill them, or the native always remains unsatisfied? Yes. It depends whether he follows that path or not. Okay. Like I have Rahu in the 10th house Leo. So, okay, fine. I wanted fame. I desired fame. I wanted people to know me, and somehow I could take the risk of leaving my job and come into this work where people can know me. But there are many people who are not ready to take this risk. So if they are not ready to take this risk, then okay, they are not fulfilling the demands of Rahu, so they will remain frustrated in that area. Don't scare me here about Saturn. Okay, don't get scared. How does it matter? Not only exams, sir, I want to seek your guidance in my after exam life too, because I got connected to you the day I saw your first video. Please guide, sir. Please send your email, and then I will let you know how I can help you. Okay. Email address is given on the top of the website. Venus in Gemini, good for any creative work or financial nature of work, if this person is interested in. Love towards communication. They may love talking. How to judge the conjunction of two Dusthana lords in their own sign? Just a second. Hmm. Two Dusthana house lord in their own sign. And to make things more complicated, and the lord of Dusthana house are enemies. Venus and Mars conjunct in 6th house in Libra. First of all, Venus Mars are not enemies to each other. They are neutral towards each other. So if this combination you are asking, Venus Mars in 6th house Libra, uh, it is good for your creative pursuits. It is good for business matters. It is good for your daily work life, sixth house related matters. But when it comes to health issues, it can bring some health issues of Venusian nature or Martian nature. Like I said, Venus represents health issues related with kidney, urine, sugar, diabetes, and all. These health issues can come up. Mars represents uh, accidents, surgeries, injuries, and all. So you need to be careful towards that. Then this, but when it comes to like relationship matters, there it can be really difficult. You can find lots of obstacles. This person can find lots of obstacles and conflicts in relationship matters. Okay, because seventh lord is going into the sixth house, relationship is naturally going into conflict. So this is where it is difficult, but otherwise two Dusthana lord conjunction is also known as Viprit Raj Yoga. Okay, Viprit Raj Yoga is there, and some other yogas are happening which may help this person in career life, work life, but when it comes to relationship matters, challenges are always there. How to strengthen debilitated Mars in 10th house? By doing something related with Mars in 10th house, Cancer, and whichever nakshatra it is. As I said yesterday, every planet can give you good results if you are doing something related with that planet. As I said today also, a person asked about Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter is knowledge, education. What to do? Share knowledge and get the best of the result. Mars in Cancer. Mars is your actions and efforts. It is your it is your this person's second lord and the seventh lord. First of all, get into business. Seventh house lord. Okay, get into business. This person's career should be in the business setup. Then Don't work in the job setup under others' authority because Mars is debilitated in 10th house of authority figures. No support from any authority figure. Then choose the business of Cancer nature or whichever nakshatra Mars is sitting in, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, and get into that type of business. This Mars can still give you the result. Government job, which year chance and which field? I'm sorry, I am not giving consultation here. Okay, if you have any conceptual question, you can ask. Jai Shri Ram, madam. Jai Shri Krishna. If you advise something against my desires, I would pause for a bit and reflect back on my decision. Yeah, as I said, you can send your email. We can have a discussion. Okay. Then what does Rahu in 11th house in Virgo Lagna? I covered your question. Kiran ji, I am not looking at someone's chart. Please ask any conceptual question if you have any. Sir, second house in Capricorn, no planet in house. Okay. It shows that person's wealth is growing after delay, hard work, perseverance. Okay, person needs to work on his okay. Person needs to work on his money making matters like or money saving matters. How to oh bhai, I just replied you. Why people need to ask repetitive questions? I normally take all questions, right? It rarely happens that I miss some question. Anyways, Saturn in Leo in fifth house for relationship matters. It is difficult, really difficult. Saturn in Leo is a really difficult placement because Saturn and Leo's Lord Sun are biggest of enemies. For relationship matters, it is difficult, but for other things like creative matters, education, and all, it is good. Saturn in Capricorn and Moon in Cancer, mutual aspect is that Punarvu dosha means. Is that means person is difficult to. I will tell, I don't remember the name of the yoga, I will tell the result. Saturn is limitations, is stress, and Moon is mind. This is a stressful mind. This person feels that no one understood my emotions, no one cared for me, and I don't find emotional connection with anyone. For relationship matters, it is a difficult position. अनुष्का जी बोलिए. Jupiter, Saturn both retrograde in the first house, Taurus rising. What does it mean to have two retrograde planet in ascendant? This is a good question. After long. Ascendant is your life path, and when you have two such huge planets, Jupiter and Saturn, they are the two furthest away planets. They are the two biggest planets, and they are retrograde. Retrograde means reverting back. So this person can think back a lot upon his life path, what life path he should choose. Okay, whether I should go into this path or that path, or I should do this, or because of this confusion, they may also commit some mistakes. They may choose wrong paths also. So this is the whole difficulty of Jupiter Saturn, both retrograde. I have it in my 10th house and the 9th house. Okay. So this is what happens with they both getting retrograde. Saturn in Leo in fifth house I covered. Question: Ashlesha loves nature, gardening, and rain. What are your thoughts? Ashlesha is serpent energy. We can say Cancer. It falls into Cancer sign. Cancer is nourishment. one of the best nourishment we can get is in the nature. In the when we are around trees or plants or flowers and all, that is one of the best nourishment we can get. So yeah, we can relate. Moon Saturn conjunction is a wish yoga. How about Saturn third aspect is on Moon but not conjunct Moon? Is it still a wish yoga? They may call it by some other name, but the result is the same. Okay, don't go by the names. Results are important. Okay, so Saturn aspecting Moon has the same result which Saturn Moon conjunction has. Chandra Ketu conjunction may make native shy in first house. Yeah, you are telling me or asking me? If you are telling me, thank you. What is the meaning of Venus in sixth house? Venus is relationship, sixth house is conflict. So uh, conflicts in relationship, but it also shows someone's birth. Someone's work may involve creative activities or may involve lots of. There can be lots of females around his workplace. That is also seen from Venus in sixth house. Right, this is done. Okay. Which yoga may land a person in legal dispute and jails? We can say like person can have conflicts or problems with disputes and all, because if sixth house is heavily involved, like heavily involved means sixth house has many planets, or sixth lord is going into 12th house and this person is going into sixth house dasha. First lord is in the sixth house, sixth lord is in the first house. Anywhere sixth house, sixth lord, Ghatni Karka. These planets are impacting his first house of life path. This person can have lots of legal issues. Now, whether he will end up in jail or not depends on a lot of things. Depends on the what I'm saying. So depends on the legal system of the country. In countries like India, person can get anticipatory bail and he can be out of the jail. But in other countries, once you are even like alleged of a crime, you are supposed to be inside the jail. So it depends again on different countries. Uh, what is the meaning of Venus in sixth house with 11th number? I just covered both the questions. Saturn in Leo in fifth house, I covered. Venus in sixth house, I covered. Okay. Liked and shared. I didn't ask you, sir. It's your wish. Again, which is best suitable? Which is best suitable job or business? As I said, I'm not giving career consultations here. If you have any conceptual question, you can ask. Can I apply for government job as Mars in 10th but debilitated or not? Yeah, as I said, this is what I was saying. Mars debilitated in 10th house Cancer can still give you good result if you are following Mars direction. What houses Mars rules for you? Second house of wealth, seventh house of business. So what this person should do? Wealth, he should earn wealth through business. And what he is planning to do? Government job. Now, how can you expect the good results? You cannot expect, right? So this is the main thing. This is the main problem happens, that our chart is showing something else. We are trying to do something else. Mars in the 10th house, as I said, job setup, career is not for this person. Okay. Either government job or private job doesn't matter, because both places you are working under authority. So that is not for this person. This person ideally should be in the business setup. If he is not doing, then he is suffering. If he is doing, then we can expect better results. Kiran ji, I am not looking at charts. You can ask conceptual questions. Yes, same for Manoj ji. Uh, Rahu in fifth house, fifth lord, Jupiter in Lagna. Good for you. Ask this question right now, right? Waste of time for everyone. Okay. Good for knowledge oriented pursuits. If this person is in knowledge oriented pursuit, then it is good. बहुत परेशान है, दूसरी शादी कब होगी, कैसी रहेगी, डिटेल्स सो एंड सो. Okay, Kiran ji, I am not giving any consultation here. I can only reply your conceptual questions. If you want proper consult, if you have any trouble going on, take proper consultation from astrologer of your choice. And my views on astrology and marriage are very different. I feel that astrology has no connection with marriage. Okay. Janardhan ji, if Rahu is exalted in 11th house in Gemini, but House Lord Mercury is weak, in such conditions, Rahu give good result or not? Rahu and Ketu are neither exalted nor debilitated as per me. Okay, I don't consider them as exalted or debilitated. When Rahu is in Gemini in 11th house, Gemini is sign of business, 11th house is serving humanity, entrepreneurship. This person must get into serving humanity and entrepreneurship. That's it. Rahu also rules 7th house of business. Mercury is weak and doesn't matter in business matters. Okay. Mars and Saturn mutual aspect, real frustration. Lots of frustration, stress, limited results. Person feels that whatever efforts I am putting, I am not getting good result and all. Then for Virgo Ascendant, Mercury in Scorpio with Virgottama, Mars and Moon conjunction in 8th house Aries. Okay. Ascendant Lord going into the 3rd house of business. That planet itself represents business. It is also ruling the 10th house of career. Get into your own business, and then you can get better results in your chart. Thanks, sir. I would have to convince my parents on this, but sooner or later we will seek your valuable advice again. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. It's you can contact as and when you want. Replying to thank you, Swami. You're welcome, ma'am. Jupiter in Virgo, Lagna Mahadasha result. Again, get into any work of Jupiterian nature, of knowledge sharing, guiding, and counseling, then you can get better results. Any planet, understand this basic rule. Any planet you are going through the dasha, best result is when you are doing something related with that. Jupiter Dasha, Jupiter is what Brahaspati, get into knowledge sharing matters. Okay. Teach, share your knowledge, guide people, counsel people, consult people, advise people. The more you do Jupiterian activity, better results you will get. Again, these results we are only talking about the career or work related. We are not talking about relationship, marriage, and all, which has no connection with astrology. Shared. Replying to polemic Ghosh, please tell me, Swamiji, not seen birth chart. Yes, because here I don't have that much time. Understand this side. It's not that I don't want to see the birth chart, because the main thing is that when I do consultation, people who have taken consultation from me, they would know that my consultations are at least 1 hour long. Okay, it takes me at least 1 hour to understand someone's chart. and then analyze properly, and then we can have a discussion. So if even if I look at your chart, it is of no use. I may misanalyze it right now. If you want, I can do that misanalysis. Okay. So that's why I prefer not to look at the chart, because here we don't have that much time. Okay. And as I always say, if there is really a problem going on, please take a proper consultation from astrologer of your choice. I am not even saying that take from me. Take from anyone. Take a proper consultation so that you can get proper help. Right? So it is just like when take this example. Suppose someone is not feeling well. Someone has some health issues. What will he do? He will go to hospital, or he will message a doctor in his Facebook page that okay, I am going through this health issue. What medicine I should take? It is the same thing, right? If you have any issue, take a proper consultation. That will help you. And if you are not taking a consultation, that means the issue is not serious one. As of now, it is not serious one. Otherwise you would have taken. Ketu in first house, separated from self. Okay. First house is self, Ketu is separation, separated from self. Person may have a lack of self-worth kind of thing. I am not good enough. Everyone else is smarter than me, and all that. Rahu in Revati, is that giving fish farming, etc. Which house would give a great return? Yeah, as I said, like Pisces, all the water signs become important for fish farming. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, especially Pisces because of its representation of fish. Revati also is represented by fish. That's why Rahu in Revati, or any planets like career-oriented planets for someone in Revati Nakshatra, can give an indication that that person can get into fish farming. Again, the whole chart becomes important, whether the person will get the best of the result or not. For relationship matters, for Leo, Ascendant, Saturn in Capricorn, 6th house aspects, Moon, Mercury in 12th house. Is it good or bad for relationship? It is difficult for relationship. 7th Lord going into the 6th house. Relationship is going into conflicts. Okay. It is difficult. Look for a matured partner who understands the limitations of relationship. Which yoga gives massive wealth from father? We can say 10th Lord in the second house, being a malefic planet and exalted. All I can think right now is Jupiter exalted in the second house, or Venus exalted. Jupiter exalted in the second house for Gemini ascendant. Okay, so this is like Jupiter rules the 10th house, and it is exalted in this house of wealth. So this person can get good amount of wealth from father. You can ask questions about placements. Great, thank you, Anushka. So kind of you. Thank you. You're welcome. What is the result of retrograde debilitated Jupiter along with Moon in Taurus for Taurus ascendant? Right, Jupiter Moon conjunction. It is still a Gajkesri Yoga. It is in the 9th house for you. 9th house is again higher education, knowledge, guidance, counseling, consulting, sharing the knowledge, and all. Jupiter represents the same thing. Moon is natural teacher, nourishment, taking care of people. Get into any knowledge sharing related work, any kind of counseling and teaching and all. Osho said that in 21st century, counseling will be the biggest profession, and it seems to be correct. Okay, there are so many charts where people are supposed to be counselors. In one of his preaching said that in 21st century, in the next century. He was talking in 20th century, but he said in the next century, counseling will be the biggest profession. Why Jupiter in 11th house and Rahu in the 7th house is debilitated for Libra ascendant? I didn't say that. I don't think Jupiter in 11th house for Libra ascendant means Jupiter is in Leo. It is one of the strongest placement of Jupiter to be in Leo. Okay, so I'm not of this view. Neither I think that's Rahu in the 7th house. Aries will be debilitated. Hello, sir. Eighth Lord Moon in 4th house. Eighth Lord Moon in the 4th house. तो क्या 8th house related profession किया जा सकता है? Like psychology. 8th Lord Moon in the 4th house. Mars. Yeah, it is. It is a possibility. It is like 8th house itself is the house of psychology. Moon is mind. It is a possibility. It requires further analysis, but it is a possibility. Planetary yogas for getting fame on social media. Rahu rules Aquarius, and Aquarius represents new age technology. Social media is represented by Aquarius and Rahu both. If Rahu is in, let's say, in Leo sign, okay, the 7th house, okay, 10th house, it is Rahu in Leo can be very good for social media. Okay, Venus in Leo also. Venus is also fame. Jupiter in 7th house, first house is empty. Right. Jupiter in 7th house. 7th house is other people, masses, and Jupiter is knowledge. Share your knowledge with other people. I am really sorry. Just a second. Jupiter in first house is empty. Right. Get into any knowledge sharing business. It may help you. And yeah, Priya madam, what happened? I'm really sorry to leave this session midway. Have a nice time ahead. Sir. No problem. Take care. All the best. Have a great week ahead. Tell it is good or bad, sir. Rahu in 5th place, Kumbh Lagna. Everything is good and bad. Okay, there is nothing, no planetary placement which is only good and only bad. I have been in now I am in 10th year of my Jupiter Mahadasha. Okay, and it started somewhere in 2011. Now 11th year, sorry, 2022 is coming. So 11th year of Jupiter Mahadasha. Jupiter is exalted for me in 9th house. You cannot expect or ask for better Jupiter position. Jupiter in 9th house exalted. And I got this fame as a teacher, as an astrologer. I got good results in my career as an astrologer. I got good money also. At the same time, I have health issues. My mother has health issues. We have seen deaths in family in the same dasha. Okay. So nothing in your chart is completely good or nothing in your chart is completely bad, as it is in the life itself, in this world itself. Nothing is completely good or nothing is completely bad. So first get rid of this thinking that something can be good or bad. Life is mix of both. Uh, So Rahu in 5th house Gemini, it is good position if you are getting into your own business. Gemini is sign of business and communication. Rahu is what you are supposed to do in this life, and then this Rahu placement can give you good results. Yes, Radha madam, thank you. Thanks a lot. Dearest people, Swamiji takes 4 to 5 hours for one person, and you can ask question as much as you want. Charts are very personal matters. Never give your information online. You have a better control over your energy. Please do consult professional Swamiji or any other. That's true. And that's what I actually feel, that if someone is really having some problem going on in life, really having some issue, then they will take consultation. And these questions actually come when there is no real issue going on, right? So this is why. Uh, so people are just checking, and I'm okay, fine in replying. Is palm prediction and astro chart both results same? I haven't studied palmistry, so I should not be commenting. Okay. For me, every knowledge is important, and every knowledge is worthy of knowing. Okay. But as I never studied palmistry, I should not be commenting on this question. Do you discuss questions about mundane astrology? Mundane astrology, like countries and politics and governments and all? Not interested. Uh, earthquakes or who is winning IPL? Not interested. Mandi in 7th house in South India, they consider malefic, like Saturn. Mandi is nothing but Saturn's child only. Golika and Mandi are nothing but Saturn's child. So it is the same. Whatever Saturn represents on itself, Mandi and Golika also, Mandi or Golika, they are one and the same. So Mandi or Golika will also represent the same. Okay, you can consider it is another Saturn sitting in that 7th house. How to see a stream of post graduation? Ninth Lord Nakshatra or planet in ninth, which is more important? Planet in the ninth, I would consider as a more important. Where and which nakshatra it is in, which sign and which nakshatra it is in, and that is more important. Sun Mercury Ketu conjunction in 5th house, good for research oriented education, but troublesome for relationship matter, love romance matters. Okay, thank you. I think we had enough for the day, as Osho used to say, आज के लिए इतना ही, enough for the day. Okay. I hope you are doing fine. I am doing fine, sir. Thank you. You came late. I am just closing down. Let's see next week or towards the weekend. Take care. Bye.